What's up? What's up, my YouTube people? What's up, my Instagram fam? How's everybody doing today, man? I wanted to get on here real quick and talk to you guys about the energies coming up for next year. It's such a hot topic right now. I know you can feel the energy. It is palpable. So I'm on here right now to talk about the 2020 energies, but I'm also gonna, talk a little bit about this month too, because this month we're already feeling the energies, guys. I know you can feel it. Something big's coming, right? And this big thing that's coming is our new life. It's our evolution. We're stepping into who we're meant to be, right? So Jupiter just went into Capricorn, which is the first big evolutionary step of the energies that we're coming into. Okay, Jupiter in Capricorn, like I was saying before, Jupiter in Sagittarius was like this energy that if you picture Harry Potter's school, right? Hogwarts, right? We're in the Hogwarts main library and there's just thousands of books that are just fascinating. Like words are coming out. It's all like esoteric and all kinds of weird and shit, but we've never been in there before. So we're looking around all this stuff, just fascinated. Jupiter going into Capricorn is like, all right, we found this 1 or 2 books and they're fascinating. Now we want to dive way deep into it, right? Now we're figuring out, okay, we really, really like this. So what's not fitting has to go. And we feel it so strong that, hey, look, if you're still holding on to shit that don't belong in your life, shit's going to get bad, okay? So you're going to be able to tell by how you feel. You have to listen to what you're feeling. If you're trying to analyze and think your way through this, you are going to suffer. That's just the bottom line, okay? You need to trust your feelings. You need to trust your intuition. This elevation and energy is requiring us to listen and follow our intuitive guidance, because that's what the universe, God, source wants us to do, okay? So then we have a solar eclipse coming up on December 25th. In some parts of the world, it'll be December 25th. Some parts will be December 26th. Late night over here on the West Coast on December 25th, which is, there's so many synchronicities with this. It's absolutely fascinating, okay? So with this solar eclipse, I'm going to go ahead and pull it up right now. It's going to be conjunct Jupiter, which, I mean, that in of itself, Jupiter is, expansive, right? It's expanding everything. Now, if it's bad, it's going to expand the bad. If it's good, it's going to expand the good. That's how this works, okay? But we have, let's see here. Okay, so here it says December 26th. It depends on what chart you look at. All right, so we have just at 5 degrees, okay? Wait a minute. No. Okay, so 3. Let's see here. 4 degrees. That's what I thought. All right, so Sun and Moon are at 4 degrees of Capricorn, while Jupiter is at 5 degrees. We have Mercury at 25 degrees of Sagittarius, and Mars at 24 degrees of Scorpio, with Saturn and Pluto at 20 and 22 degrees respectively. The South Node at 8 degrees. So the South Node is basically a part of this too. This is, solar eclipses are new beginnings, but this is really more like letting go of our old life so we can step into the new life, okay? This is massive. We are letting go of karmic lineage stuff that's been passed down from generation to generation, okay? It's going, we can't, no looking back. It is what it is. Let's go forward. We want to move forward, but, it's going to be a little painful, okay? Let me explain. Saturn and Pluto have been doing this dance for the entire year of 2019, right? And this dance has been basically, there's been a concrete road that's been paved. It's been paved in, 150 years ago. And what we've been doing is we've been going with a jackhammer and feeling around, seeing where it's weak, and jackhammering up all these areas. And there's been a lot more places that we thought that are weak, right? And that weakness, that's our control mechanism. That's the bubble that we've been imprisoning ourselves in. So as we break through these control mechanisms, it's scary. We feel fear. We feel uncomfortable. We feel crappy. So Pluto Pluto has been digging that up. Now Saturn is coming around and investigating it, right? And then once Saturn, the conjunction is the two energies are basically sitting together on top of each other, right? Now Saturn and Pluto are sitting on top of each other. Now Saturn is analyzing the structure and saying, okay, this needs to go here. We need to clean this up. We need to put this over here, do this, do that, okay, in our energetic structural foundation, in our emotional body, all the way from the etheric body to our physical body and everything in between, okay? That's how manifestation happens. It's happening at different rates and different ways and different times for everyone, but I'm sure you felt that the year 2019 has been very fucking difficult, right? It's been all our deepest, darkest shit, all our childhood wounds that have been really deep have been coming up, and we've been having to face it and process it. As long as you've been doing the work, things are going to start to smoothen out and start to go much easier now, okay? But if you haven't been doing the work, then I'm sorry. I kind of feel bad for you. All right, it's going to be tough, but if you're watching this, there's a good chance you've been doing the work. So good for you. Keep up the good work. We have to establish healthy patterns here. This is telling us, hey, look, your dreams are sitting right in front of you, and this next year is going to require hard work. It's going to require dedication. But instead of doing hard work and the shit just staying hard, the hard work's going to pay off. The seeds have been planted, and now the opportunity is going to come around, but we still have to put in the work to grow those opportunities, okay? Now, these seeds that we've been planting for years, literally for like the past 32 years, are going to be coming to fruition, okay? We're clearing so much karmic shit. It's not even funny, all right? Well, it'll be funny and great once we make it to the other side, but there's going to be a bit of a transition period, and that transition period is going to be next year until we get to the Jupiter Saturn conjunction in December of 2020. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself, so I want to go over some major transits here for 2020 that I thought of. Now we have 6 eclipses this year, which is kind of a big deal because normally we only have 4. Right? We're switching from the Capricorn Cancer axis to Sagittarius Gemini axis. So that's going to be more about exploring, getting out there and exploring, communicating, right? It's going to be about building and creating communities. It's going to be about long distance travel, about esoteric knowledge, right? We want to get out there and explore all the shit that we've learned now. In my opinion, it's going to be it's going to be quite a bit easier than the Capricorn Cancer because I'm a Capricorn. I mean, that's one. But the Capricorn Cancer axis is very it's the most emotional and most structured. It's the mother and father. It's the divine feminine, divine masculine. It's the very core of who we are. So now we're going into this. All right, we learned all this shit. Now let's go explore it and let's figure it out, right? So we had this solar eclipse on Christmas, which is the day that Jesus was born, of course. And this is really launching the steps into 2020. And then when we get to 2020, the first major aspect is going to be the lunar eclipse on January 10th. And let's see here. It's going to be at 19 degrees of Capricorn. So that is where we have Jupiter at 8 degrees Capricorn, the sun, the south node at 8 degrees Capricorn. The MC is at 0 degrees Capricorn. We have Mercury at 20 degrees, Saturn at 22 degrees, and Pluto at 22 degrees. This is massive. So we have the moon at 19 degrees of Cancer. So the moon is opposing all of this. So what does this mean? What's up, Jessica? How you doing? Jupiter conjunct Neptune, Capricorn, 8th house. Wow, that's deep. Jupiter conjunct Neptune, Capricorn, the 8th house. That's super psychic, yo. So good for you. Write shit down. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Moon Sign Gemini. I really appreciate that. So January 10th, man, I can't even say how big this is. We have not just a stellium. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 energies here. And actually, I don't even have the asteroids here. I believe there's an asteroid here too. So that is just incredibly Capricorn heavy. And that is opposing the moon in Cancer, which, the Cancer rules the moon, or the moon rules Cancer. So this is like everything in our outside world is just going to completely fucking change. whatever, this is the God saying, okay, you're going to get everything that your soul wants. Can you handle it? All right. That is awesome. I'm really grateful to hear that, Jessica. Thank you. Can you handle it? And if no matter what you say, it's like, all right, well, too bad. We're gonna find out. This is where all these seeds that we've been planting are going to grow, and this is where really it's an ending kind of energy, but this is really where our old self dies. This is where we take our last breath. This is where we go into rigor mortis. Okay, this is where our soul takes over and our ego takes the back seat completely. All right, now this is a great thing, right? This is all exciting and everything, but again, if you're trying to run your life through this, it's going to be difficult. All right. So, and 22 degrees, it's a very significant number. It's a master number. So, there are so many different aspects here. But with Jupiter here is just it's taking everything and it's magnifying it tenfold. Fascinating, just absolutely fascinating. Then on the 12th is when that Saturn and Pluto conjunction is exact. Okay, and we have the Sun at 20. So basically all throughout the whole year, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto are going to be sort of going back and forth because they all have to retrograde too, right? So all these planets are playing a massive role in communicating through our soul to us and seeing what we're really made of and who we really are at the core. Our desires really our desires, or are we lying to ourselves? Are we kidding ourselves? This is the universe calling us out in our bullshit and saying, look, you keep saying that you want this stuff. Well, here you go. Are you really gonna do the work? If you're doing the work, which I believe you are, I know I am, shit's gonna blow up in such an amazing way. This is the year that is taking light workers, and we are going to start ruling the world. This is the metamorphosis between the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius starts in December, but between that, the metamorphosis, the transformational period, that's where the people that have been silenced, like all these the pharmaceutical companies, the governments, all these big corporations, they're going to start to crumble. You know why? Because they're fucking lying to us, and people are starting to see it. And the more that people wake up, massive amounts of waking up is going to happen in this next year. And we are going to be the ones that are teaching everyone else to be able to see these things. We're going to be coming back to a more communal kind of living way, like bringing people together. Like we're going to have communities of like hundreds of people where we have our own doctors, chiropractors, we're going to have our own lawyers, where everybody's going to be connected, sort of like, just like a networking thing. Right. And we're going to come together. We're going to have to start farming our own food. We're going to have to, start, looking out for each other, getting knowledge from word of mouth as opposed to marketing and advertising on TV, because clearly it's all fucking lying to us. And the more people wake up, bam, this is like the 100th monkey theory. If you know what that is, like once it reaches a certain threshold, same thing happened with Facebook, right? When Facebook got to a certain size, it blew up. When it blows up, it just takes over the world. We're bringing the world into the age of Aquarius, and we have to be doing the work in order to do so. And we're going to get a lot of pushback. People are going to try to fight us, and but imagine if Martin Luther King never stepped out of his comfort zone and did what he did. Then we'd still be having issues with, well, not saying that there isn't issues with racism, but they brought it out. And they made people aware, and they changed the fundamental thought process that goes into racism, right? So all this shit that's underneath is being brought out this year. Things from the past could be coming back, especially with Mars and Venus going retrograde this year. That's going to bring out, okay, are you going to fall back into your own patterns? We're going to be tested. This is a big testing year, okay? Uranus is going to try and Jupiter in the South Node. And during this full moon, Jupiter is conjunct the South Node, which is, hey, we're just going to let shit go, and maybe past life opportunities are going to come back. Maybe past life lover. We don't know. Who knows, right? But, you know, if it's meant to be and it's divinely guided, it's going to happen this year. So that whole twin flame thing, that shit's going to happen. It may be happening right now. Who knows? But I'll tell you what, you're going to know. If it happens, you're going to know. It's not going to be like, you know, you can get confused between, is this a karmic partner? Is this a soulmate? Is this a twin flame? You're going to know. You're going to 100% like, yep, okay. And you're almost going to be in disbelief. Like, I didn't want to believe it, but holy shit. Like, it's just going to take over. You're not going to have to do anything to make anything happen. It's just going to work like that, right? Ah, shit. Well, sorry if the connection keeps breaking. I am on YouTube as well as Instagram, so hopefully the YouTube is staying. Is the YouTube being all smooth? All right. Well, either way, hopefully you guys can get this information. It's funny how that works when you passing out this important information. How the communication gets ruffled. But man, just of course, you know, with Chiron starting at 1 degree of Aries, you know, this next year too. That's like, again, starting at the very beginning of our ego. After we've worked through all this shit down to our core, now we're like being reborn at this new level, and this new ability to be vulnerable, and this new layer that has been exposed, you know, in our consciousness that we have to learn. We're learning who we are at a whole different level. We are all healers. We are all psychics. We all have these abilities, but they're latent. We have to go dig deep in order to discover them, to figure it out, to understand how to facilitate and monetize it, right? I mean, you can have a skill or a gift. You could just be around people and be helping and healing them, but you really don't know. You have to develop that skill. And that's this next year is developing that skill and figuring it out, and then learning how to monetize it and actually make a living doing it. This is the year where entrepreneurs are going to take over, where businesses are going to start to collapse, where technology is going to vastly, vastly advance. Next level shit, guys. This is amazing. You know, Uranus trine Jupiter. I mean, Uranus is all about, you know, and it's going to be direct. So Uranus is that evolutionary, like, you know, higher dimensional consciousness. Trining Jupiter, that's in Capricorn, that structure. That's our emotional structure. That's the structure of our lives. We're going to be getting epiphanies about what to do, where to go. We're going to be getting that confidence. Hey, let's fucking go. Let's make this foundation solid. And this is setting the solid foundation for the rest of our lives. And it's going to be, we're thinking long-term. We're thinking big picture. We're going to make it happen. And we're going to have this determination that is undeniable. We're going to be fueled with this energy that is just going to change our lives. It's going to change the game, guys. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be all sunshines and rainbows. You know, it's going to be more like a Rocky movie, but we're going to have the passion and the power behind it, just like Rocky. Rocky don't give up, right? Now, of course, if you get smacked in your head 100,000 times, you might get Parkinson's disease or something. But that's where self-care comes into play. You know, we have to utilize technology. We have to utilize each other. We have to come together, all right, and not try to do this shit on our own. Okay. First Mercury retrograde is February 26th in Pisces. Mercury doesn't really like to be in Pisces, but you know, that's going to be where things are confusing, you know, but we expand, then we contract a little bit, then we expand, then we contract. So there's going to be a lot of that expanding and contracting, especially with 6 eclipses. We're just getting blasted with energy this year, guys. February 25th, Mars conjunct the South Node. That's going to more hardcore letting go. This is where February 25th, this is where the divine masculine really finishes getting rid of all the toxic shit and really comes into his true, authentic, full power. Okay, that's going to be beautiful, especially for men out there. Men are starting to learn how to. What's up, Tiffany? What's up, Jessica? Oh yeah. Okay, cool. I'm happy that YouTube is stable. What was I saying? Yeah. So the divine masculine has been going through a lot of shit. I mean, the divine feminine has too, but the divine masculine, especially, you know, there's a lot of toxic stuff that's coming out. And the guys that are doing the work, the guys that are being vulnerable, the guys that are talking about shit like this, the guys that are getting in touch with their feelings are the ones that are going to start running the show. Okay. And this February 25th benchmark is the threshold where that's really going to start taking over. Okay. March 19th, Mars is going to conjunct Jupiter at 22 degrees of Cap. Again, there's that 22 degree. There's so many things going on at 22 degrees of Capricorn. This is new angels, new spirit guides coming in and taking over. This is fifth dimensional energy that we're getting bombed with. Okay, maybe bomb's not the right word, but you know what I'm saying. So then we have Mars 22nd, Mars conjunct Pluto at 24 degrees, and Saturn goes into Aquarius. So Saturn's going to dip into Aquarius, but just get up to 1 degree and then come back. Okay, so we're going to get a feel for this real like Aquarian age, and people tell you we're going to start to like be walking around and be like, hey, I remember you from a past life. Hey, I know you. Hey, we just, you look familiar. Hey, let's all just, huddle up and get along, and let's create win-win situations for everybody, right? Let's all do business together. Let's all help each other out. Let's all let each other be vulnerable and grow and learn. We all want to be a happy, healthy life. We're not going to let this fear rule our life anymore. Fuck that shit, right? We're going to grow, and we're all going to help each other grow. And that's the next level, yo. March 29th, Jupiter is conjunct Pluto. So intense. Just wow. So Pluto is that death from birth energy. That's going to be like another just layer of just exposing what no longer serves us. But this is the part where it's like, okay, we died. We went through all the painful death shit. Now this is waking up the phoenix rising from the ashes on multiple levels. Okay, March 31st, Mars conjunct Saturn at 0 degrees Aquarius. So Mars is like the soldier. Saturn is like more like the general or the teacher and the student. If you're thinking about like ninjas or something, right? And at 0 degrees Aquarius, 00 is also a master number. All right, that's a very powerful. Like this is now the age of Aquarius is being taught to us. It's being infused with this. This is the fifth dimension, guys. This is. Extrasensory perceptions are going to skyrocket. Psychic abilities, people are going to be like, what the fuck is going on? I'm experiencing all these things. I don't understand it. That's where, hey, come, get an astrology reading from me. I got you. I'll teach you. March 31st, May 13th, Venus retrogrades at 21 degrees of Gemini. So, Venus retrograde, you might all of a sudden have these feelings like, I need to do something different. You're attracted to different things. You want to spend money. Don't make any deals. You may just have a twisted view of love, of your feminine energies. This has to do with love and money, right? So if you're in a committed relationship, this may be like, okay, I need to look over, some things that, maybe are not making this relationship the best. How can I improve this relationship? What am I doing that I need to be better at? How can I be better at my finances? All right. So that's going to be from May 13th to June 25th. So just try to maintain stable right there. And this is more about processing all this energy that has come in the first, 5 months of 2020. All right. Hell yeah. I'm all about those ninjas too, homie. June 18th to July 12th, Mercury goes retrograde again in Cancer. Yay, Mercury retrograde, never super fun, but it happens. May 5th, the nodes shift from Cancer and Capricorn to Gemini and Sagittarius. And that's going to be a more fluid energy, I think. And it's going to be pretty exciting. But that's going to make us now we got stabilized. Now we want to get out, and now we want to go and share and feel and explore, right? Hey, what's up, Ant? How you doing, man? So September 10th, Mars retrogrades in Aries. Now, Aries, Mars rules Aries, right? So now this is all about that divine masculine coming alive again in its fullest, most authentic potential. All right. And this is going to go to November 14th. So this is going to also cross over Chiron as well. So when this is going retrograde, we may feel weak or tired, or we may be questioning our masculinity or questioning our confidence a little bit. But it's because we have to look and dig a little deeper to be able to really come to that next level and just really dig deeper into our heart and look for that more complete, authentic understanding of what we want, what we desire, what we're passionate about in this life. Okay. Now, December 15th, Jupiter conjunct Saturn at 29 degrees of Capricorn, 29 degrees. Dude, you can't make this shit up. So Jupiter conjuncting Capricorn is also called the Great Conjunction. Okay. Now, when these guys come together, this changes society forever. The last time they came together was at 9/11. All right. The time before that was in 1981 when AIDS was basically discovered. Okay. I didn't look any further back than that, but I believe that every time that about every 20 years or so, there's a shift in our society. And this shift is coming up at the end of 2020. And the shift is bringing us into a new age. Now, hopefully, nothing really bad is going to happen. Now, with that being said, I have a theory, and I'm going to share that theory here because I think it may be beneficial. And if I'm right, holy shit, we need to prepare now and make sure that we are as healthy and as strong as possible. Because let's face it, there's a major health issue out there right now, right? Autoimmune diseases, diabetes, autism, like heavy metal poisoning, gut issues. All these things are plaguing our society. We are the sickest society ever. And why do you think? Because we have more vaccines and antibiotics and drugs, and doctors have more liability issues. I mean, the third leading cause of death in the United States is doctors messing up. I mean, that is not right. Our medical system is designed to keep us sick, right? And on top of that, okay, like our bodies are becoming, antibiotic resistant and resistant to all these drugs that are being given to us. Okay, so there's a big problem going on over in California and LA in particular right now. And it's a homeless problem, right? There's more than 60,000 people that are homeless. It's scary and disgusting, man. And nobody's doing anything about it. Well, I know some people that are doing what they can, but there's not much that can be done. It's really a sad situation. And the living conditions are getting so bad that old diseases and viruses are starting to come back. They're saying that tuberculosis and typhoid have already come back. Now, they're saying if it continues in this direction, the bubonic plague is going to come back. The bubonic plague. Are you fucking kidding me? Sorry about that, Molly. Yeah, it's. I'm also on YouTube here. If you want to check that out, I'm sure that's going to be a little more clear and solid. So, can you guys hear me better on YouTube now? Hopefully. So, anyways, these sanitary conditions are causing us serious problems. If you think about back to like Roman days, right? In Roman days, they had the bubonic plague come around because of the sanitation conditions. We are coming back to the same problem because these fucking guys in power are abusing their power. It's ridiculous. So if we don't address these things, but not only that, okay, with the way the medical system is, why do you think so many people are going over to alternative medicines, which is really natural healing? So the word alternative medicines is a complete misnomer in my opinion. But alternative healing or functional medicine is creating a situation where the body heals itself, right? So when our immune systems are weak, they're easily attacked. Our bodies are bacteria. Our mitochondria is bacteria. So if we're having the bubonic plague come back, that is a bacterial infection that's going to, kill us basically, right? So, shit. Sorry about that, guys. So this process going on right now, this energy that's coming through, it's going to challenge us. All right. Are we going to get our shit together and are we going to get healthier and better and happy? Or are we going to continue to suffer and not fight to change this system? Okay. Parasites, exactly. Parasites, heavy metal poisoning, mold, fungus issues. These are all real serious problems. And if our immune systems are weak, if we have some kind of autoimmune thing going on, this bacteria, it's going to kill us instantly. So that's natural selection, right? the people that are the sickest are going to get hit. They're going to die. The people that are healthy and are taking care of themselves and are clean and have a strong immune system, they will survive. And I believe that that is what they talk about in the Bible, where the people, raising to the fifth dimension and are healthy and are strong, are centered within themselves, biologically, physiologically, emotionally, spiritually, are going to be able to withstand and evolve and avoid all that nasty, shitty energy. That shit's going to become the zombie apocalypse, guys. No joke. So I said it here, right? I said it here, and I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But shit's going to change, and I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. But I have to go now. I'm sorry for cutting this short, but I hope you guys enjoyed this information. And please let me know what you think. If you'd like to watch this again, because you didn't catch the whole thing, you can go on my YouTube. I'm going to be posting it on there. It'll be there for good. Okay. So also, if you'd like a reading from me, please just go ahead, DM me on Instagram or message me on YouTube, and we can work straight from there. Okay. And I love you guys. And, walk into 2020 with, self-confidence, self-assurance, trust, and faith. We have to have trust and faith. And we have to make sure that we're centered and we're following our heart and not our mind. Okay? We got this. We're going to do it. I love you guys all, and I'll see you next time.